Hey, what's up, guys? Back with another Bambino game stream. Today we're in FSEconomy again. This time I moved out of the north mid what is that, I guess the upper Midwest, Wisconsin area. Now I'm down in Florida. I found a C90 down here in Florida, and going to be doing some flying down here. And hey, Mike, good morning. Thanks for joining the stream. I'm gonna be flying around down here, trying to fly in the warmer weather, see a little bit of different landscape and stuff. So anyway, got a few things planned. Depending on how long I can stream today, we'll see. But in any event, let's get right with the first one. So we're in Orlando right now. Let me just pull this up here. And we are going to be going to, where the hell is it? KOPF, which is Miami Executive. Okay, that's going to be our first stop. We've got 2, 4, 6. We've got 7 passengers heading there. The whole idea here is I'm going to be heading to the Grand Bahamas after this, and then back to OSPF, and then back to Orlando. So we'll hopefully that'll all work out. But this will be our first stop. So let me get this one selected. And I think I already selected my airplane because I wanted to reserve to make sure nobody else got it. So there I am. All right, so we've got 7 seats, 161 nautical miles, the KOPF. All right, and this is the flight we're going to take here. Just using the GPS vector to get us lined up for the runway here, just to make it a little bit easier. We'll enter this into the 5:30, and clear weather looks like. So, but I don't use weather anyway. But looks like a clear flight, and you can follow along on the map that I have there on the display as well. So back to FSEconomy. So these are ready to depart. Let's just check how much gas we're going to need. We got 7 passengers. We're going to go 161 nautical miles. Let's just call it 190. Call it 200 just to be sure. And 59 gallons. We've got 112 on board. So we've got more than enough fuel. But you know what? Just to be safe. Who's the cheapest here? Shawnee's fine. Just to be safe, we'll go with 130 because we're going to use it anyway. So go with 140. All right, good. So we got plenty of gas. Ready to depart. So let's get our FSEconomy on. So we're going to go here, FSEconomy. We're already at MCO. Log in. Start flight. Boom. Okay, there's our assignment. So that's taken care of. Now let's get our GPS going here. So we're at KMO. Oops. Hit the wrong wheel. All right, so this will go to our first GPS point, G, L, R. Oops. Gloria. Okay. And then we want to head to K, O, P, F, Opaloka. Yep, 171 nautical miles. Beautiful. Flight plans in. And got our gas. We're ready to go. Can I explain the fueling? Seems to be always low on gas, or is it because I had no money to buy fuel my first flight? Not sure about your situation, but let's go back here. So basically what I do is I use this calculation down here for this. So for example, this is 7 passengers, and I'll just enter 7 passengers here. Okay, gives you the max fuel of 357. Well, I don't need that, but down here, distance estimate. So it's 161 nautical miles. I think I put in 190. Okay, so when you hit calculate, it tells me I need 56 gallons to go that far. And that's basically how I go, but 56 gallons. But I always kind of like double it just to make sure, you know, it's a safe bet. It doesn't cost you that much money as long as you're doing a decent number of passengers. And that's how I do it. So pretty simple. All right, so we're good to go here, right? Checklist. GPS is good. Gas is good. Job is in, and we are ready to roll. Engine's running, and let's go get them. Okay, runway 18. We're gonna make a pretty much a hard left. Hard left, I guess. We'll figure it out. Here we go. Brakes off. And rotate. Beautiful. Picked up our GPS vector. Gear up. We don't have to climb too high. I'll probably bring it up to around 2,000. I'll go 2,500. Or around there. All right, just start to level off. Oh. We're going to pass right through Lake Okeechobee. All right, let me get my autopilot on. The CDI. Autopilot should take over here. One thing I hate is where the autopilot is located on this plane. It's a pain in the ass in VR. Because I have to move back on my chair and look down like that to see it. It's down there. Which I'm sure is convenient if you're actually in the plane, but it's a pain in the ass in VR. Alright, let's just make sure everything is flowing cool here. Can get our up to speed, and then we'll just dial back on the prop a little bit. Just to save a little fuel. All right, good to go. Sunny Florida. Yeah, I'm using the Rift mic. It just makes it a lot easier to use the Rift mic. kg, kilograms. So I'm not sure what your question is there, dude. Got the KG. I've been fueling this way for a bunch of jobs, and I've never had any issues. So, you don't have to worry about the payload. You just basically I just do the passengers. The passengers are the payload, so it's either payload or passengers, right? So if it's 7 passengers, you leave the payload blank. That's the way I do it. And like I said, I've never run into any fuel issues. I'm sure it's in the manual. But yeah, so anyway. All right, cool. So we are on our way to Opachopa. Is that what it is? Opachopa? My flight. Is it Opachopa? Opaloka. And hopefully we'll make about $4,000 from this flight. We got about 80. I'm gonna just show you here. 86,000. Trying to make some bank to buy a plane. Not sure what I'm going to buy yet. Have some ideas of where I'm going to put it, but not sure what I'm going to buy yet. I can get a Cessna 172 for about 180K, but that's going to be small rental fees. But I'm sure it's going to be used a lot, and there are 31 of them in the game for sale, so it's kind of like a lot of them. Or I could just save up, like I'm going to need I can get a loan, but I'm probably get a loan and buy a C90. There aren't a lot of C90s in the game. There's only like 5 of them for sale, so my thought is to maybe go that way with the C90, but we'll see. So, any event, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Now, the other thing is I was thinking about, I'll probably put the plane, when I buy it, I'll probably put it in the Pilot Edge territory, because ultimately I'd like to combine the two, where it's Pilot Edge and FSEconomy. So we'll see. I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe I'll put like a 172 in the Pilot Edge community. That's usually what I fly, and that in Pilot Edge. And then the next plane I'll get will be a C90, and I'll put that like in the Florida area. Because then you can go to the Bahamas, and you can go down to the islands and stuff. And that'd be kind of cool to do. So I want to have it in a nice area. I'm not sure if I'm going to rent it or not. We'll see. But yeah, the whole idea is to have fun flying it around in areas I like to check out. So Florida's one of those areas. A lot to look at in Florida. Actually, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to speed up time. Little secret, blink. Now we're running at double time. Get us there a little faster. Put the GPS up here. You can see time's moving a lot quicker. All right, give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Brakes set.
All right, guys, sorry about that. I had an X-plane crash and I had a phone call I had to take, but I think I have everything back in order here. We're going to start this again. I had to reset this this job, but it's the same job. I just canceled it, and I just canceled it, and good to go. So I still have the plane and stuff. So anyway, it's the same route as I said before. So anyway, just had an X-plane bomb there. I don't know what happened, but anyway, here we go. Let's get in our plane here. Get ourselves lined up here. I'm getting used to my rudder pedals for sure. Taking off out of Orlando. And rotate. Gear up. Right on the vector. Say goodbye to Orlando. And hopefully this time I won't crash. Pain in the ass. God, I hate where this Autopilot is. Alright, there we go. Autopilot locked in at 2259 altitude, and we'll get right on our vector. Had to re-enter the flight plan, but that's okay. It'll take us right into Opakalopa, whatever the hell it is. And let me just enter, let's see, edit the routes. See, I don't know why it always puts these crazy routes in here. I'm going K, M, C, O, to K, O, P, F. And then you guys can see the route. Right there. We're going to be landing from the west to the east. And yeah, so then we'll head to the Bahamas after that. Grand Bahamas. Should be pretty cool. I think I am going to speed this up though. Let's get us there a little bit faster. Let's check the stream out. Just flying to... Where the hell are we going? I forget. Opa Loca, Miami. Miami executive, basically. Taking... Let's see, we've got 7 passengers that we're taking down there from Orlando. Kind of doing an express trip here. And we're going to see if we can fly to the Grand Bahamas after that. Should be kind of cool. You guys are into FSEconomy, let me know. Say hello in the chat. Happy to answer any questions about flight sims or PCs or virtual reality stuff. Everything I do in flight simming is in virtual reality. So, got a decent amount of experience doing it. So if you've got any questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you. Can't wait to see Lake Okeechobee. That should be interesting. All right, so while we're flying here, we'll get ready for the next trip. And always try to be one step ahead. So let's get to, I'll just open another Sky Vector page. So we're going to be going from Opachopa, whatever the hell it is. All right, so Opachopa, paste, and we're going to be going to Grand Bahama. Need that vector. All right, so this is where we're going. Oh, actually, it's a pretty smooth ride in, but I'll probably just straighten this out a little bit like that. There you go. That'll get me right in there. So this will be, oh, look, we have a distance. Okay, so we're going to go a total of, it's only 94 miles. It's quick. That's going to be our trip. Quick trip there, and so that'll be our next guy. I'm going to smooth this over here, and then we'll be able to just go to here and take a look at this. I'm going to take in these guys. It's not many people, but it's only 5 people, but that's okay. Be cool to fly into the Bahamas, see what that looks like. Here comes Lake Okeechobee on the current flight. But actually, I could probably just lock these two right up right now. Let's go. Yeah, these assignments to. Well, I don't want to add to my flight. I don't want. I'll hold off on that. These are definitely the two we're going to take. It'll be a quick trip, Bahamas, and then once we get to the Bahamas, we'll be heading back. We'll take a full load back, and we'll be able to reap an 11-person flight back in 94 nautical miles, which would be awesome. All right, and then we'll figure out from there. Well, maybe we'll head back up to Orlando, or we'll just stay in the Miami area. We'll see. But they have to watch this plane because it's got 97 hours on it. Okay, so it's going to be due for service soon. I mean, I'm sure I can fly it. I'm not sure what happens when you fly it over 100, but I can get these 2 trips in before I reach that. Yeah, so in any event, I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. So that's that. All right, we're far past the halfway point here, which is good. And we got 68 nautical miles left, something like that. Let's just take a look here on the GPS. 75 total. Okay, good. That's not going to be right because it doesn't have the GPS, the Gloria GLORA vector. So. Making bank, almost at 100K. 3 more trips, I'll be at maybe 3 more trips, I'll be at 100K, which is nice. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is I'll put the edit route, and I'll add the MYGF in there and see what that looks like. Let's see. All right, that's where we take. Okay, cool. That for now. Actually, let's take a look at Miami Executive. I have it in my binder. And we're probably going to be landing on, let's see, probably landing on 16, or sorry, 9 left. 16 looks like 16. We'll land on 9 left. And let's check the ATIS there. Set COM2 to 125.9.
COM2 set to 125.9.
COM2 on. Turn on COM2. On How do I do that? I guess I can't.
OPA Laka Information Alpha. 1800 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 14, dew point -24. Altimeter 2992. Arriving runway 30, departing runway 30. Advise on initial contact, you have Alpha.
Okay. We're not landing on 30, we're going to land on 9, I think. Yeah, 9. Let's check our elevation of that airport. Where is the elevation? 7. All right, so that. All right, let's take this off speed time and get ready to fly and fly. The fun part, landing the plane. So we've got we're gonna make our turn here to the east, heading into Opaloka, or whatever the hell it is. Doing fine on gas. So start to slow down the plane a little bit. Nice easy turn. We'll have 14 miles in to Miami Executive. All right, we should be able to see the plane. I mean the airfield. Let's see if we can get a glimpse of it somewhere. Is that it there? That's it right there. Just make sure. I'm pretty sure that's it right there. Only one airstrip right there. And that's our boy. All right, cool. 10 miles, plenty of time. Start to slow things down a little bit. We're gonna have to go to the south a little bit to get lined up properly. I don't see an orange mark. Oh, there's my orange markers. Okay, so I want to just to try to get an idea of where it is. I think I see it. It is a little blurry in the distance in VR, which is why I use the zoom. All right, let's get our gear down and flaps to 1. Flaps engaged. Starting to slow the plane down. We're going to have to line up. All right, let's off autopilot, and we're going to go over here. Where are we at? We're at 2,000, so we're going to have to get down 6 miles. So if we want to keep it about 5, we got 2 minutes, so we want to keep it at about 600 feet per minute. Quick calculation. Three green on the gear. Flaps to full. 4 miles out. Keep our descent going. We're going to want about 110 knots at landing. Try to be at 500 a minute out would be perfect. Got a little bit of ways to go here. The most tense part of flying a plane, as you can guess, is the landing. So many things can go wrong and everything's got to go right. So it's even in VR, even in simulation, it's especially in VR, it's such a immersive feeling that you feel like you're actually doing it. So I think I'm a little fast here. Cut back on the throttle a little bit. 1,300 feet. I think our descent's good. I think our descent is good. There's something wrong with the altimeter because I don't think I'm at 1,000 feet right now. I'm hitting that tree chop. Boom. That's weird. I got to check the elevation. I can't be at 1,000 feet. But this is a nice landing. One of the best ones I think I've had. Coming in perfectly. All right. Okay, 900 feet. This airport is 900 feet elevation? Let's check that out. Let's just check that out. That seems weird. Airports. Read this thing here. Let's look at the sectional. Let's do that. Maps, sectional. I'm just curious. Let's go to edit route. Clear. So I could read this thing. Elevation. Why is my altimeter at 900? That's weird, isn't it? I think I need to reset it. So this airport is not 900 feet. Back. Elevation 8, right? And it says 900 feet. I mean, that's odd. Anyway, okay, well, let's check out how much money we made. That's the important thing. So we're going to hit economy, finish flight. Good. Now we'll go over to FSEconomy. And let's check our log here. 3,600 bucks. All right, not bad. We had to pay 242 distance bonus because we're getting further away, I guess, from where we are. So that's going to become more of a factor. But that's all right. I'm still making money, which is good. And this trip, this round trip to Grand Bahama is going to make me a good chunk. It probably hopefully put me at 100,000. So. All right, so that's that trip. Now we are at KOPF, and we are going to take these two guys. Okay, and we're going to rent this plane. Go to my flight. How many passengers? We got 5 passengers. We are going, let's just say, we're going over water, so let's just say 150 miles. We need 44 gallons. We got 51 gallons. I'm just going to make it, just to be safe, I'm going to go to 80 gallons. Okay, and that should be plenty of fuel. And we have our Sky Vector already. Get rid of that one. So this is our new Sky Vector. Now there isn't an airport diagram for Grand Bahama, unfortunately. So I mean, I could go to here, and it's going to be over here. Right there. There's Grand Bahama. So that's where we're going to be flying to. We'll figure all that out in a second. But let's, I tell you what, let me reset this. Flight config. Change location. Where are we? Let's go to KOPF. We're going to start new flight. Set parking brake.
Brakes set.
Wow, is the weather on? Let me just see. That's weird. Oh, it's weird sky. Set parking brake.
Brakes set.
All right, let's go back to. Sorry, you guys aren't seeing this. Let me go show you what I'm doing here. I'm just setting the flight up. Here we go. So we're gonna go to flight configuration. I want to change location. I want to be going this way. Start new flight. Set parking brake.
Brakes set.
Let's check that altimeter. Where's it got me on? It's got me at 100 feet. I'm not at 100 feet. I'm at like 8 feet. Okay. All right, so that's that. Now we're going to let's get our FSEconomy in there. So we're going to start this flight to Bahamas. Make sure that's working okay. Yep. Now we need our GPS. Get that set up. Clear. Yep. OSP. Oh crap. Clear. Go down to this guy here. We're gonna go to PADIS, which is first. This is difficult because when you move your head, the Rift head moves the mouse. I mean, when you move your head with the Rift on it, it moves the mouse. So, I mean, you could. I'm gonna go to Bahamas. Enter. Yes. And then we want to go to M. Y. I'll explain the thing about the Rift in a second. GF Grand Bahama. Enter. Yep. 94 nautical miles. Beautiful. So the thing is, when with the Rift and fly inside an X-plane, when you move your head, the cursor moves. So the rotation of this, if I just move my head a little bit, the cursor moves, and it makes it difficult to spin the wheel. Like so, if I'm spinning, if I move my head, it stops spinning. So it's a real pain in the ass. Flight plan, we're good there. Okay, our flight plan's locked in. GPS is locked in, and everything's good to go, right? Let's set here. Let's do our route. Edit route. So we're going from KOPF to MYGF, right? YGF. Boom. Okay. That's our route. Except we're going to take a little bit of a GPS route. Let's see what else we got to do here. So we got our GPS, we got the flight in FSEconomy, we got our gas. Let's just check the gas. Plenty of gas. And I think we're good to go. Okay. GPS set to CDI set to GPS. And time to fly. All right. Time to fly, baby. Here we go. I don't know why we have a master warning. Brakes off. Twin prop, you don't have to worry too much about P factor, so it pretty much goes down. The runway's pretty straight, maybe with the contour a little bit. Rotate. We are off. Gear up. Let's fly at around 20, same flight, about 2200, somewhere around there. Not too high. Purely an ocean flight. We're going to probably get great frame rates as we get out there. We're at 32 frames in X-Plane, 90 in the headset, which is great because you don't have to worry about using Oculus AWS. Just pure frame rate. There's no issues when I'm turning my head, which is awesome. All right, 1,200 feet and climbing. Passengers getting their beer and peanuts. And we're about to invoke the computer to fly the plane. One of the first general uses of artificial intelligence is in Autopilot, right? Think about it. It's very simplistic. It's only managing pitch, yaw, elevation, pitch, is it elevation? Well, anyway, whatever the flying factors are, and speed. Well, not speed. I guess it can do speed, but it's a simple AI that has been in use for quite some time. This is going to be a short flight. It's only 94 miles. And we'll try to get there as quickly as we can. Just pulling back on the prop a little bit. Save a little gas. It doesn't save much, but it saves a little bit. I don't want to lose speed. But if I can save gas, that's a good thing. I'm not sure if FSEconomy takes that into consideration, but no harm in trying. All right, well, we got that set up. Let's go to the sectional. Check out what we can about Grand Bahama. There's not much information, is there? ATIS. Setcom 2 to 119.275.
COM2 set to 119.27.
All right. Elevation is 7. We're going to be coming right into the runway there. It's going to be a cool landing. And so that's a lot of fun. Oh, let me change this, right? K O P F to M Y G F. so you guys can see the distance on the stream. Pure ocean here. Nothing but ocean. There's the US right there. Behind us. Check our frame rates. 44, 41 in X-Plane. That's pretty damn good. Always happy with anything over in the high 20s to 30s. There's our cabin back there. It's configured only for 4 people, but it's a logical 11 passengers, including the co-pilot. So 1 passenger gets to ride in the right seat, which we can do actually if we want to, just by going like this. And now we can fly the plane from over here, which I should actually try sometime. I never fly from this side. I always fly from the left side. But I should try flying from this side. I'm not sure. None of those. Wow. The speed indicator isn't working. None of this stuff works. That's weird. It's all dummy. Wow. So you can't really fly from that side. Huh. Wonder why they did that. I guess they were just lazy. Interesting. All right, well, while we're here, let's check out. I want to just check out the next thing we're going to be doing. All right, so let me get to Chrome. So this is our current flight, and I'm not going to make a lot of money on this one. Probably maybe just $1,000 or so. But it'll be this flight where we make our money, because we're going to be taking a full load here, and that'll get us. Although you think about this, this is weird, right? So here's 3 people for $1,800, but if I take the 3 singles, I get $2,400. So I definitely want to take the singles because they pay a lot more. Here's another flight I can go to, MYAP. Let's just see where that is. MYAP. And I could take this guy to Island Hop. Does this get me back to the US? No. See, this is 11 passengers, $4,000. That's cheap. That's like cheap. No, I'm not gonna do that. No. This is this is a terrible deal. 258 nautical miles for $3,200. No way. 350. No way. I would never do that flight. Never. I mean, these are. Look at these. I mean, and I'm definitely like. Here's another one. 1,300. Well, if I do these 2, I make 1,600. So why would I want to do this guy, right? Take all the singles. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I take the 9 singles and this deucer right here, and that'll basically fill up my plane. That's the way to do it. So we might as well do another sky vector for the flight back, where we're going to be going from. Can we just? It'd be nice to be able to hit something here and just flip them. We're just going to be going from here to here to what is it? L. Okay. OPF. Okay. KOPF. And let's just zoom in here. Let's take it like this so we can have a good look at the runway. Kiwi. And that's good. So that'll be our route back. That'll be our route back. It'll be 94 miles, so it'll be quick. Cool. All right, so that's our route back. This is our current route. It's our next flight. This is our current flight. All set to go. One step ahead. All right, how we doing here? Minutes, and then we're gonna have another. So we got 60 miles. I propose that we speed this up a little. Let's just do that. Let's just go zhink. That'll get us real quick. To put this on shaded relief, gonna get this here. Satellite, maybe? Oh, satellite's cool. Let's do satellite. Just make this a marathon stream. See the reefs there on the map picture, which is kind of cool. Just flying along here. So we'll have 25 miles into our approach, so I'll have plenty of time to line up. Set COM2 on so we can get the ATIS as soon as it comes in. A lot of open water. I would like to take this plane. Well, I'm gonna be getting into the 100-hour mark, so the owner's gonna have to put it through some maintenance. Unless I could just keep flying it past that. I'm not sure what happens. I'm gonna have to read and see if you add to your if it can fail the plane. I'm not sure if it can. I'll have to check that out. But in the meantime, it's nice that I'm glad I found a C90 down here in the Florida area. Because I'd like to try to get down to like Princess Juliana and St. Martin, which is a great airport, and you know, some other places down in the islands. Just fun to fly around the islands. The other place I'd like to fly around is Hawaii. That'd be kind of cool. I haven't really checked that out as far as FSEconomy goes, but that might be kind of cool to check out. Making our turn here. Slight turn. We're on our approach 23 miles. All right, get ready to hand fly, which is the fun part. And what do we got? 15 miles. Let's see if we can spot it. Actually, let's turn off the turn off the fast clock thingy. See if we can spot her. Yep, beautiful. Right there. All right, nice airport to land at. And we're at 22,000, so we've got to come down quite a bit here. Let's start to slow the plane down. Gear down, flaps to 1. Prop in. Okay. Start to slow the plane down. I'll take it over at about 10 miles out. Didn't get any CTAF, did we? Oh. Or not CTAF, ATIS. Okay, prop in. Mixture in. Gears down. 3 green. And we're good to go. We got 9 miles. All right, let's take it off autopilot, and we're going to start to descend into our landing. Got a nice approach, lined up nicely. Gotta get this plane down though. All right, 500 feet per minute. We got 3 minutes. 2 minutes and 46 seconds. So we should be okay. Want to give the passengers a smooth ride. I haven't figured out how to take cargo. I guess I'm not sure this is a cargo plane. I have to read about that. So far I've been only doing passenger routing. So, all right, flaps to full. Back on the throttle a little bit. We're starting to come down a little bit, or come up a little bit. Let's keep it coming down. We got 5 miles out. We've got 1,000 feet to go. All right, want to keep it about 500 per minute. Outer marker. Nice glide slope. 130 on the speed. Lined up nicely. See the golf courses. Yeah, there's no auto gen out here. It's weird. No auto gen whatsoever. $800 feet, 700 feet. At 400 feet per minute. $130 knots. We'll cut back on the throttle a little bit. Okay, coming to 600 feet. $500 feet. Aiming for the skid mark, or just before it. Little fast. There's the second marker. Lights are all white, which I think is what we want. Nice, nice, right in the center. Bring it down, throttle it down, start the flare. Throttle it down, start the flare. Throttle it down, start the... keep the flare, throttle down. Nice. All right, good. Throttle down, flaps up. Steer with your feet. And brakes. Okay, beautiful. Okay, engine off. Let's see how we did. FSEconomy. Finish flight. Boom. All right, good. We're doing that. We'll set up the next one because we're going to go just... we're going to be... let's go to MYGF. And we're going to change our location to this side now. And start new. Turn parking brake on.
Brakes set.
All right, go here. Going the other way. MGYF. MGYF. To KO. What the hell was it? OPF? KOPF. That'll be our return. Okay. All right, cool. Let's check out FSEconomy now. So, log. I don't expect to make a lot of money from this one. Well, 2,300. That's not too bad. More than I thought. Very small distance bonus because it was only 94 miles. All right, I'll take that. But now, what's nice is we got this guy. So we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so we're going to take 11 passengers. And we're going to rent this guy. All right, so let's look at our flight. My flight. Okay, boom, beautiful. 11. We got 11 seats, $8,800. Do have to worry about. Let's just check the hours. So we're still under hours, 98. They'll have to fix that at some point. So we got 11 passengers. We're at 94 miles. So we're going over water. So let's go 150. Calculate 44 gallons. We got 36. Let's refuel it to. What's it? 44. Let's refuel it to 80. Let's do 90, double the amount that we need, just in case. All right, 90 gallons. And our flight is ready to go. This should be a nice one. What we need to do now, though, is gotta enter in our sky vector stuff, right? So we're gonna do that. Let me just do that here. GPS, clear this out. There we go, to that one, down to here. We're gonna go K, E, V, E, Y. Yep, and then we're gonna go K, O, P, come on, P, F, Opaloka. Boom, 94. Beautiful. Flight plan is in. Just verify it. There's my flight plan. Beautiful. Get back on the map. All right. FSEconomy. Open. Start flight. 10 assignments. 90 gallons of fuel. A bunch of people. Gonna make a lot of money. And well, let's do this guy now. Let's go to route. Let's go edit. And just go to KOPF. Just going backwards. Let's do layer. Let's do shaded. Let's do topographic this time. And that's that. Good to go. Just checking one thing here, make sure I got this thing right. So that's good. So this is KV, right? This is KV. Yep. All right, cool. I'm just looking at the map. I'm looking at the map. All right, let's get this thing. Let's get this party started, as they say. Cool. Is that right? Okay, fly about the same, about 2,000. Taking off runway 24. Get those birds out of the way. I actually had a bird strike a couple of landings ago, and it hit the windshield. Didn't break the windshield, but like it stopped one of the props, which was kind of interesting. All right, got our fuel. All right, economy check, GPS check, fuel check. Ready to go. All right, here we go. Master alarm, master warning off. I don't know why that keeps coming on. Brakes off. Graphics have been nice and smooth. All right, rotate. Yeah, I think we have a heavier load. They must interface with X-plane and put more weight on the plane, because that takeoff definitely felt heavier. All right, gear up. For our trek back to Opaloka. Definitely feels like it's a flying a heavier plane. Next time I'm going to check and see the weights and balances. I think they definitely put more weight on the plane, which is cool. That's what they should do. All right, so this is the pain in the ass part. I have to sit back, put my mouse on my lap to operate the autopilot, because I can't figure out how to use plane command to turn on the autopilot nav and altitude hold. So I'm going to figure that out. Let's start to level off here. All right, there's 20,000 or 2,000. Autopilot on. Beautiful. The plane do its magic. Passengers just probably got sick right there with that little that little left bank, but that's all right. And we are good to go. So 90 gallons is what, 900 pounds of fuel? These dials say this is 500 pounds of fuel. So I guess I'm not sure. I guess it was it weigh 5 pounds per gallon? I'm not sure. I thought it was 10 pounds per gallon, but we're close to it. But this is telling me I've got 500 pounds total of fuel. But if the calculation, hopefully the calculations are correct, and I'll be able to make it there. But let's we'll pull the prop back here a little bit just to save on fuel flow a little bit. We're not really compromising speed, but we're saving on gas. Still at 118 knots, and that's beautiful. And we lowered the gas consumption quite a bit, so that's what you want. Cool. All right, so now that we got that cooking, let's set up our next flight. So we are going to finish up this massive flight from Grand Bahamas to Opa-locka, and then we're going to go from Opa-locka. Let's see what we can go do here. Can we go back to what can we take here? We can go back to Orlando, or we can go back. We can go a long trip. That one right there is definitely not worth it. That's not worth it. 8 passengers, $2,500. No way. I'm not taking that. This is a quick trip. Let's just see where this one gets us. So this gets us, yeah, that doesn't really get us anywhere. Let's see. This is probably the best one going back to Orlando. We have 6, 7, 8 passengers. So we're talking about 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, about $6,000. That's probably our best bet. I mean, we could go here, but only 2,500 bucks. It's not worth it, right? Go 180 miles. So if we go back to Orlando, We've got plenty of choices from Orlando. Plenty of choices. So that'll probably be our next bet. Go back to Orlando. I think that makes sense, right, guys? All right, so let's figure that out. So we're going to be in OKPF. So let's open up a new sky vector. We're going to be in here. That. I mean, I would like to. Let's just before we do that, let me see. Nothing down in Miami. Oh. I don't think I can carry that much cargo, right? I haven't, and that's a long way to go. 375 miles. That's a long way to go. Yeah, I think the only move is going back to Orlando. So if we do that, we're going to go to KCO. And let's just check this out here. There's KMCO right there, so we're going to want to, right about here, that didn't work out. Right about there. Yeah, that should be fine. So that's going to be our trip back, 162 miles. Let's see, we're gonna, I mean, it's a decent amount of people, and out of Orlando, we've got a lot of options. Got a lot of options, so I think that's probably the best bet. Is anything to the islands from there? No, but so many options here, so we can get a nice big fat flight. Yeah, so I think that's what we'll do. All right, cool. Cool. Gonna be heading back to Orlando. All right, let's see. Let's go to banking. Put this money into the bank so it's earning interest. Already earned $22 in interest. So yeah, let's just take a look at the log here. So I'm pretty happy. I mean, I've been making, since I switched, you can see here, I started with Seminole, and I wasn't really making too much money. You can only put 3 passengers in there. I did the best I could. And I got Wise, and I got, started with the, I tried the SR20, that's about the same, made a little bit of money. Made a dumb move with here, but you can see, and these are kind of not great because they're a lot of distance, but you can see these are all short trips. I made some nice money. So the best one I probably did here was this guy right here, 110 miles for 6,800 bucks. That was a nice one. I think that was a full load. This one is going to be a good one, this next one, because I got a full load. So yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. Earning up the cash to get my own plane. That's the goal, right? So a lot of fun if you're into Flight Simulator, or if you're into X-Plane, FSEconomy. Well, actually, I was showing you the wrong thing here. FSEconomy works with all of them, which is great. So, or both of them, I should say, FSX and X-Plane. I'm not sure it works with P3D or not. Not quite sure, but yeah. So it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. I do have to get back to my pilot edge duties, though. That's for sure. But one issue that I'm going to have here is this plane is approaching its service. That's not good. So I want to do a little search here. Let's see. FSEconomy. Past hours, right? Let's see. Let's just see. Cost of ownership, 100-hour inspections. Okay. Okay, so if they don't complete the inspection, it'll be unavailable. That means you can still fly the plane, but you will not be able to carry passengers or cargo, including group assignments. Okay. You can inspect your aircraft. So basically what's going to happen is as soon as I hit 100 hours, which is going to be probably when I get back to Orlando, this guy is not going to be able to rent this plane out anymore. Inspections vary, dependent on expect base to 10 hours, small percentage. So, okay, so, all right, so failure to complete this inspection renders the aircraft unavailable for commercial use. That means that you can still fly the plane, but you will not be able to carry passengers or cargo, including group assignments. So what would suck is if the owner of that plane doesn't do the maintenance, and then I can't use it anymore. That would suck. That means I won't be able to fly. So I've got to make sure that my next flight is under it should be under 100 hours, right? This flight's gonna be quick. Let me speed this flight up. This flight's gonna be quick. TBO, time between overhaul, engine replacement. Let's just see that. It's cheaper than estimated. So you need to know all this shit when you buy a plane. Small piston, high performance, large turbo prop. Engine price. So you got 2 of those on this. Average maintenance cost. So this is probably us, large piston. So it's probably 10 grand of maintenance, and after 1,500 hours, you got to put in 2 new engines. So this plane has 2,000 hours. Okay. TBO, total, okay, so 2,000. So this only has 200 hours, so this plane is well within, but I've only got, I got less than 2 hours before it's going to be shut down. So hopefully I'll be able to make it back to Orlando with this plane. That would be good. That would be good. Hey, say hello in the chat if you're watching. Any questions about FSEconomy or VR or flight sims or whatever, or you just want to chat, let me know. Happy to talk. All right, so this is gonna be our move back. That's our move back to Orlando. Really the only choice that we have, right? So I mean, we could go here. It's a shorter flight. We could do that. There's KMHT. We might have to do that. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to do, because it's a shorter flight. I can make some money. I mean, how long is this flight? This is 1 hour and 27. We're not going to make it. So I got to go here. 82 miles. So AMTH. Got to go there. Because I won't make it to Orlando. Oops. AMTH is right there. So let me get this guy out here. Well, Beautiful. And that's where we're going to go. That's going to be our move. Because we won't have enough time to get to here. So we can pick up 5 passengers. It's not going to be huge, but it'll make us some money, and then hopefully the owner it'll trigger 100 hours, and the owner will put the 100 hours on, 100-hour maintenance on it, because otherwise I can't use this plane anymore. It sucks. Privately owned, right? All right, so that's where we're going. Forget about that. Yeah, if we have enough time, we can get back to Opaloka. We have enough time. Make a little bit more money coming back, so that's what we're going to do. Here's our current flight. Gonna make some coin on this one. Here's our turn. Alright, I think it's time to take it off the fast speed here. Get ourselves into... Yeah, we only got 17 miles, so let me get to... get this on here. Alright, we're gonna come into... back to KOPF. See what we got here. Let's start to slow the plane down, drop in, but we'll bring the throttle back a little bit. 15 miles. We're at 22, so can't quite see the airfield. Oh no, there it is, right there. We're going to have to make a little bit of a southern move to line ourselves up in that airport, so, or that airfield, so. Here we go. Damn, I wish this plane was, didn't have close to 100 hours, but I'll fly it as long as I can. Let's just put it that way. I'll fly it as long as I can. 13 miles out. Let's just look straight ahead. See what we see. There's the field right there. Right there. Okay. I have a decent idea where it is right there. It's funny, I play golf, and I kind of use like putting alignment techniques with lining up for runways. It's kind of the same thing, because you use like other objects to remember, to basically line yourself up. It's not rocket scientist, but not rocket scientist. It's not rocket science, but it's like I just said, it's just kind of similar. Right, there we go. So we're going to go to a southern where we got 9 miles. So let's get flaps down, gear down, take it off autopilot. Going to go over here a little bit, start to descend. Make sure where I'm looking is correct. Yep. $1,800. Picking up the orange dot, which is helpful. Got a heavy load, got to remember. Full 11 passengers. Three green, gas in, prop in, undercarriage down, working the throttle. We got 5 miles, flaps to full, 1,200 feet to go, coming down pretty much to sea level. Make sure that's the runway. Yep. Sometimes the taxiway looks like the runway. Ask Harrison Ford about that. I think that's what he did. He landed on the taxiway instead of the runway a couple of months back. But it's hard to see sometimes. I mean, in VR, things tend to be a little bit fuzzy further than like 5 miles out, right? So you really have to use the zoom to figure it out. We're at full flaps. Gear is down. 800 feet. And we've got 3 miles to go. So we're on a nice glide slope. Nice, easy, slow glide slope. It's what I like with this plane. Give yourselves a good 3 miles to bring her down real slow. Get yourself lined up properly. .500 feet. 115 knots right now. Right about where we want to be for landing. Aiming right for the black mark. A little bit less throttle. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. All right, looking good. Butter, baby, butter, 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 butter. Throttle down. That's how you do it right there. Yeah. Starting to get the hang of this plane. All right, let's taxi. This plane taxis quick. Like, I have the prop. I guess I can lower the prop to go slower. But it moves really quick, this plane. Yeah, I guess using the prop helps. Yeah, that was a nice landing, man. I think that might be the best landing I've had in this plane. Starting to get the hang of it, you know. At about 3 miles, you want to be at about 1,000 feet. See, look how fast I'm going. Just gonna pull over here in the cement park. All right, that's good enough. All right, let's see what kind of coin we made. That's the important thing. I do appreciate the follow. I don't know why my Twitch alert. There we go. Let's see. Let's go to FSEconomy. Finish flight. Boom. All right, good. And while we're doing that, set parking brake.
Brakes set.
All right, good. That's where the plane's waiting for us. All right, so let's go to Chrome. And sorry about that. Glasses on. Yes, I do wear glasses. All right, let's see how we did here. So log $6,600. All right. Only $18 in distance bonus because it's only 94 miles, which is fine. Yeah, pretty cool. Nice, 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 nice. All right, so let's get that money to the bank. $900 away from six figures. All right. So that's that one. Now we're here, and we're going to go to, what did we say? MTH. MTH. Okay, so that's going to be, it's not going to be a huge one, but it's going to be probably about the best we could get. So let's add that, and then we're going to rent this. Let's just take a look at the plane. Make sure it's okay. 99. This is the last flight. This will be the last flight with this plane. All right, cool. Well, you know what? It is what it is, right? So let's see. We've got only 5 passengers. So 5 passengers. Calculate. It's 82 miles. Let's just say it's 100. It's overland. So 30 gallons, 50 gallons. We have plenty of fuel. But I'm just going to put in 10 just to be safe. Right? And that is that. So we've got our flight here to MTH. Let me get that in there. First thing we want to do is go like this and go like this and start flight, and there's our new flight. Now we go to here. We're going to enter in Wallop. Oops. IP. Okay. Yep. And then we're going to want to go to K. MTH. Oops. Florida Keys. All right. That's our flight plan. Wait, something's not right here. Hold on 1 second here. Let me just make sure I got this thing right. Okay. flight plan. So it's 91 Wallop to KMTH. Oh, what am I doing here? No. That's wrong. That's wrong. Let me just show you what I'm doing here. One second, guys. All right, so I had this navigation wrong. So we're going to the Keys here. We're going to leave this plane in the Keys. All right, so we want to do this. Let's do it here. Beautiful. All right, so that's our move. Sorry, so good thing I caught that. Let's just go to here. Oops, crap. All right, so I got to go to VP. Let's go show you what we're doing here. Oops, damn it. VP. Oops, God damn it. This thing sucks. P. Stop moving your head. I'm talking to myself. Go to L. Go to YY. Ugh. YY. Yes, and then this is K. M. Oops, damn it. T. H. Come on. Yes. Okay, much better. Let's go over to here, routes, edit, delete, KMT, oops, TH, boom. That's where we're going. All right, cool. So that's in, right? We should actually change where we are on this runway. Let's do that. We go to flight configuration, change location, customize. So we want to be here. Set parking brake.
Brakes set.
I'm gonna have to restart the stupid thing. I'm gonna go to here, FSEconomy again, and start. Let's just make sure. All right, that flight started. Not gonna be a big one, but we're gonna be able to operate it, so that's what counts. All right, so we got our gas, right? We got plenty of gas. Let's just double check that. We have 5 passengers, right? What do we say? 80 miles, 24 gallons. We've got 60 gallons, plenty of gas. All right, cool. We're ready to go. Everything's good. GPS is in. Flight is in. And ready to roll. Here we go. Gas is good. Set our comms on the way. All right. Well, thanks for hopefully the owner of this plane will do the 100 miles. Because 100 hours, because otherwise it ain't gonna get. He did it before, which is, he or she did it before, which is good. Because it's got over 200 hours on it, so. All right, here we go, and rotate. Sit on it and rotate. Our GPS is, well, that's weird. Makes sense. We're going heading in the right direction. So it's going to be a quick flight. We don't have to fly too high because we're definitely going to be landing close to ocean level. So maybe we'll fly this time at around 1,500 or 2,000, somewhere around there. Let's damn it. So difficult to do this because you move your head. Here, I could just say autopilot on. Let me get this thing right here, and then I'll just say autopilot on. Autopilot on.
Autopilot on.
All right, so it should basically pick everything up now. All right, gear up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did I put the gear up yet? Yeah, I did. Gear is up and locked. Thanks for joining the stream, man. Appreciate it. Let's just verify that I got this shit in here right. So, yep. All right, cool. All right, so. What's next? So let's just take a look at where we are in FSEconomy here. Let's get our Chrome window on. And this is our current flight. Not a big one. We'll make a little bit of money, but this plane's going to be probably over maintenance when we're done here, so we're not going to be able to use it anymore, I don't think. That's okay. If we can use it, we'll go from MTH back to KOPF for a round tripper. Make a little bit of extra money. Do that. This is where we're flying in lovely state of Florida, down to the Keys. Kind of cool. It's kind of cool. But we will have to see. We're going to definitely go into the six figures here, but this plane, 9906 on it. So I think we're going to definitely put it over maintenance. But like I said, this person has done maintenance before because it's got over 200 hours on it. So hopefully this person is an active player and they'll take care of it. Let's hope, because I'd like to use this plane more. And that's where we are. So we've got should be a pretty quick trip. Macintosh, you want to hit the follow button, that'd be awesome. I assume you use Macintosh. I have a Mac. I have a Mac Mini that I use for my main computer, actually. I'm a Mac guy, but I have my gaming PC is a PC, obviously, but I do have a Mac. I use that for all my video editing and stuff too. So Final Cut Pro is a great piece of software, sure. So if we can get another flight out of this, I will take a flight back to Opaloka. If we can. But we shall see. Tell you what, let's check out this airport that we're going to. Airports. KMTH. Florida Keys Marathon. We're gonna be landing 2-5. Kind of a narrow air runway, but long enough. So Sealer AWAS is SETCOM 2 to 135.52.
COM2 set to 135.52.
Alright, we can inlet set CTAF. SETCOM 1 to 122.8.
COM1 set to 122.8.
Okay. And go. Let's just check the satellite view. What that looks like. Oh, that's cool. Check that out. Nice colors. Yeah, I speed up time sometimes in what do you call it? X-Plane when playing FSEconomy. I wonder if you speed up time, if that affects the maintenance number hours, the engine hours. That's interesting, because if you could speed up time and that doesn't take effect, then that means you can use the plane more. So maybe I will get another trip out of it. We'll see. All right, we're coming over the ocean here. We're flying at. We're only at 1,300, so this is going to be a. We'll have about 3 minutes out. We'll want to start to descend. All right, let's get the prop back a little bit. Reduce gas consumption. check the frame rates. 48, 38, 36, 37. That's beautiful. The number to the left is the X-Plane number. The number to the right is the Oculus Rift frame rate. In Oculus Rift, you have to have 90 frames per second is optimal. If you have below that, Oculus has software called AWS, asynchronous warp speed. I think that's what it stands for, which basically will has a software algorithm that fills in the gaps to take a lower than 90 frames per second signal, or not signal, but image, and bring it up to 90 frames. But when you have 90 frames, you don't have to worry about AWS. I always have AWS on auto anyway, just in case it dips below, but yeah, so it really doesn't, it's, in my case, I don't really need it. So let's get COM 2 on.
The Florida Keys Marathon weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 14, dew point -24. Altimeter 2992.
Okay. All right, what did we say? What runway is it? I can't remember. Let's look at that runway again here. Airports. 25. Straight in approach, 25. Straight in approach for 25. Okie dokie. All right. Gonna make our turn here in a few, and then we'll be straight into 25. We'll make our CTAF call, and then we'll be good to go. It's marathon, right? Marathon. Marathon traffic. Marathon traffic. King Air 328 Tango Delta. We are 13 miles east of runway 25, straight in approach for 25 marathon. For full stop landing marathon. Okay, so now CTAF or people in the area know what the hell we're doing. There's the bridge that runs the whole length of the Keys. Kind of cool that we're flying along that. 12 miles out. Let's get ready to go. All right, prop in. Start to slow the plane down. The throttle back. Let's see if we can see the airport. Yep, there it is. Beautiful. Okay, we got to go to the south a little bit. Let's get gear and flaps down. Marathon traffic, King Air 328 Tango Delta. We are 10 miles east of runway 25, full stop landing marathon. All right, they know what we're doing. Probably a good time to take it off autopilot. Gear is down. Gas is in. Prop is in. Mixture's in. Gear is down. And we are using throttle as we need to. We'll let them know when we're 5 miles. We don't want to descend too much now because we still got 3 minutes to go here. So we're at 1,000 feet. Full flaps. Marathon traffic, King Air 328 Tango Delta, 5 miles east of runway 25, full stop. Straight in approach, Marathon. I lied, we were 7. Marathon traffic, King Air 328 Tango Delta on 5 mile final approach east of runway 25, full stop, Marathon. Okay. 3 green, prop in, mixture in, 125 knots, 800 feet. Starting our rate of descent, we've got 2 minutes left to go here, 4 miles out. We'll let them know at 3. Marathon traffic, King Air 328 Tango Delta on 3 mile final approach east of the airport for runway 25, full stop, Marathon. Just practice my calls. We are full flaps, gear down, double check everything. 500 feet, runway completely in sight, lined up perfectly. Nice, easy descent into Marathon Airport. Good speed. Gotta land over some office buildings. I'm sure they love that all day long. Good rate of descent. Start to bring the throttle back. Get ready for our flare. Another nice landing, I think. Flare and prop back, or throttle back. All right, good. Flaps up. Brake. I don't care about the brakes because it's a virtual plane. And if a real plane, I would try to let the plane run out so I didn't have to kill the brakes, but I don't have to worry about them. All right, let's just turn it around. If we do leave here, this is how we're going to be going. Set parking brake.
Brakes set.
All right, good. Kill the engine. Set parking brake.
Brakes set.
All right, let's see how we did here. All right, kill FSEconomy, finish flight. Let's just hope we have enough for one more trip. Let's hope. All right, let's see. And go to our log. All right, we made $2,800. Not bad. It puts us over. It puts us over the $100,000 mark, which is nice. Cool. But now we are here at KMTH. Let's take a look at this plane. See if it's over 100. Is it over 100? Oh, we got one more flight out of it. Nice. Cool. All right, so we're going to head back to Opachoka, Loca, whatever the hell it is. Cool. All right, so we can get a decent flight out of this one. And we'll rent this plane. This is probably going to be it. Cool. My flight. All right, so we got 6 passengers, $4,700. Let's just check our fuel. So we got 27 gallons. We did a nice job there. 6 passengers. 6 passengers. Calculate. It's gonna say let's just say 82. That's how much we're gonna need. 24 gallons. Let's put 60 in. Just to be safe. Okay. So that flight's set up. Just get my other flight set up. Set parking brake.
Brakes set.
That's that. So there's our flight. We're good there. Okay. And this is probably going to be it. Let's get to here. We're going to basically reverse this, right? So don't need that. And then I'm going to go KMTH to KBF. Okay, this is going this way now, so we're going to want to come take it like right about here. Right about here, and come in like that. Just be crispy. All right, good. So there's our route. 89 miles. Cool. So let's get to explain. And we are going to first set up our job. So go to FSEconomy, start flight. There we go. Got our assignment back to Opa-Loca. Then we need our flight plan. This is Christy. Okay. You know what? Take my headset off. Then don't worry about the freaking cursor. Oh, it still moves. The cable's moving. So I'll just leave it on my head. Okay. R S T Y. Yep. We're going to K O P F. Beautiful. Enter. Yep. there's our flight plan. Christie to KOPF. Beautiful. Perfect. So that's good. I already set up FSEconomy, right? Just to make sure. Yep, I got that going. And this will be our last. Let me just, what did that say there? That's weird. All right, so we're good to go. Let me get this crashed, I guess. Huh? So let me get my route here. Actually, I'll just leave this on. Edit route. Clear. KMTH to KOPF. Boom. There you go. Alrighty, so glad we're going to get one more flight out of this. That's cool. Out of this plane, and then the owner's going to have to do his 100-hour maintenance. So, but that's okay. Let me see. Where's my GPS? Is good. Everything is set up right here. All right. Gas good. GPS is set. FSEconomy is set. We got our flight plan, and we're good to go. Here we go. Rev up the engines, bring them up to full power, release the brakes. Steer with the feet. Getting good at it. Sit on it and rotate. Alright, we're gonna have to go this way, We'll fly at about, let's fly at 2,000. I think I started the day with around 60,000, so far I've made over 40 grand today. A lot of flying, though, I'll tell you that. Oh, gear up. Duh. It's like, why isn't the plane moving? Starting to get a feel for the King Air. I think I've probably landed it now about at least 15 times, so I'm starting to get a feel for it, which is good. All right, let's get our autopilot ready to go here. Nav. Oops. That's not what I wanted. Plane's going all over the friggin' place. Oh. Okay, now I can just say autopilot on. Autopilot on.
Autopilot on.
It takes a wild-ass movement to get back on the GPS vector. Alright, but we are good to go here, so once I get up to speed, I'll just bring the prop back a little bit, save some gas. And we're cruising, bringing our is it 6 passengers? I think we have 6. Let me change this around here. Alright, so you guys can see where we are. And let's go back to Chrome window. Oops. That's not what I want to show you. Alright, so this is what the thing we're flying now. We got six seats. So when we took off here, here's our current weight, 1,300 pounds of 29 total. We took off, we had 99 and a half hours on the engine. So at 100 hours, I'm suspecting that it's going to have to get a maintenance, but just in case, we're going to be here. So what could we do? We could go to take 8 passengers, 184 miles to the Caribbean, Cuba. Sure, we want to go to Cuba. For 5 passengers for $3 grand to San Salvador, Cookburn town. Then we've got a flight back to Miami from there. That'd be kind of cool. This will be this one here. If we still have the juice. Maybe we go to YSM with the 5 passengers, and then we head to Miami. I mean, it'll only be $3 grand there. Oh, it's 332 miles. No. That's not enough. Don't have much of a choice here. Could go to Orlando, 161 miles, which is probably what we would do. Bring this piece back to Orlando. We have one more. If we keep flying, that's probably what we'll do. But I doubt we're going to be able to keep flying. We'll see. We shall see. Let's take a look at let's take a look at C90s that are for sale. So this one, where's this guy? This is in Tampa. That would be a cool one to buy. He wants $935,000 on it. It's got, let's just take a look at this one. It has not had an overhaul. He's selling it without the overhaul or the maintenance. Okay, that's not cool. This is the cheapest one. This one is in, where's this guy? Oh, Cuba. I might buy that guy. 800,000. So it's got only 23 miles on the engine total. So this is a nice plane. This might be the plane I'm going to go after, this $800,000 King Air. We shall see. Right, let's get back to flying. Someone's got to say hello in the chat. Come on, guys. Oh, let's hope I can still fly this damn plane. Here's an exercise. Let me see if I can find another plane that's rentable. I just want to. Oh, that's not what I want to do. It has a shitload of hours on it. I don't think so. All of them are under 100. That'll tell me. This has 20, 61, 5, 40, 38, 11, 58, and 59. So let's see the ones that aren't being rented. 15, 37. Okay, so let's go to Orlando. The plane's there. This is so this has 16 hours. Okay, and he's 94, 13. What is that? Doesn't that mean it's being repaired? I guess we'll find out. Look at the airframe. A lot of miles on that frame. I guess we'll find out when we get to KFO. If we can do one more, we're going to do this guy right here. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. So we'll have 10 passengers. It'll be a decent trip back to Orlando, 161 nautical miles. And that'll kind of complete the circuit. And then this person who owns this plane probably have to do some work on it. So anyway, that's where we are in the process here. So let's check our GPS. We are 3 minutes from our turn, our crusty turn. KRSTY. Yeah, so it's pretty cool that the waypoints are identified by these 5-letter designations, so you can use them in your plotting, and SkyVector works with that. I wonder if I'm really thinking about getting ForeFlight, stepping up to ForeFlight from FlightPlan.Go. FlightPlan.Go is free, so it's cheap, but I want to see if ForeFlight can do that kind of thing. It would be great just to be able to do that on the iPad and somehow, generate an FMS file where I could just load it into the GPS. It would make it so much easier. Yeah, so we'll see. SkyVector doesn't generate FMS. I have a tool that converts from what the file type that they use, but they don't use .fms files. So in any event, ForeFlight is $100 a year for the basic package. So I'm thinking about getting that. We'll see. All right, let's get ready for our landing. I've seen that patch of grass before. All right, so we're going to make our turn here. Start to slow the plane down. Prop in. Slow the plane down by pulling the throttle back. $14 miles into Opa-locka. We're 2,100 feet. Where's the airfield? There it is, right over there. Beautiful. Be there before you know it. Starting to slow the plane down. Let's get my rudder pedals ready to go. Whoa. Rudder pedals ready to go, and 12 miles out. Starting to see the orange dot. There it is, right there. So we have to go to the north a little bit. Oops, crap. Yeah, a little bit to the north. Let's line up that line right there. Is lining up. So. Oh, wait, which one is it? Uh-oh. Shit. Okay, both of them. All right, so I can land either one. I just wanted to make sure. I saw two runways, and I'm like, okay, which one is it? Let's go to the one to the left. Flaps and gear down. Flaps full. 2,800 feet. All right, gas in, prop in, mixture in, gear down, throttling to land. Flaps at full. Let the fun begin. So nice to be able to look. I know I say it a lot, but it's so nice to be able to just look around in VR and everything is like in three-dimensional proportion. I mean, you actually feel like you're sitting in the cockpit of a plane. Yeah, you feel kind of like you have binoculars strapped to your head. You know, near vision binoculars because of the field of vision, field of view. But still, it's a great, great feeling to land in VR. Really a cool feeling. .700 feet, 125 knots, back on the throttle a little bit. Lined up nicely. A little less throttle. 600 feet, coming out at 500 feet per minute, which is a nice descent rate. Looking good. 120, 500 feet. Nice smooth descent into Opaloka. One thing about landing a plane at least in a simulator, because I've never landed one in real life, is it's all about small movements, slow. It's almost like you have to be in a Zen state when you're landing. So things kind of move in slow motion. Let's flare it up a little bit, throttle down, don't float too much, and nicely down to earth right there, like that. Boom, boom. Throttle back, flaps up. Let's hit the brakes. Taxi. My rudder pedals keep slipping around on the floor, which is kind of a pain in the ass. All right, we're clear of the runway, so we'll just stop right here. Set parking brake.
Brakes set.
All right, good. Let's see how we did. FSEconomy. Finish flight. Boom. All the green. That's good. Still have 22 gallons on board. All right, let's get back to here. Log. All right, we made 3,700 bucks. Not bad. Let's see what we did here. Only 31, only half hour, so that's good. Oh, I think it goes by real time, so if you speed it up, you're putting less engine hours. We'll want to find out in a second here. So we basically had to pay a little bit of a distance bonus, but we made $3,700, which is nice. So let's get that into our interest-bearing account. Boom. All right, so log, and this is the aircraft, so we're here. Let's take a look at this aircraft. It's still rentable. Still rentable. It's got 107, but it's still rentable. All right, I think I take it up to Orlando and call it a day. What do you think? I think that's what we do. Take this up to Orlando. Nine seats. Where are we going? 160, we'll call it 200. Well, let's just see what 160 is going to take. 161. So we need 47 gallons. Let's put 100 in. Just to be safe. Okay. That's our flight to MCO. Let me get this. I'm getting my flight started here. Set parking brake.
Brakes set.
Right. All right. So that's going to be our flight. Let's get our vector, sky vector now. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to K. MCO. And we don't need this guy. But up here, ooh, nasty storms in the Orlando region. I don't have weather turned on, so we don't have to worry about that. But we're going to take it right here and go like this. Okay, that's going to be our route right there. Cool. So we've got this. We got it rented. We got our gas. And we're going to go 161, right? Just make sure I got that right. So it's 9 passengers. 161 is 47, and I put 100 gallons in. Good. All right, so let's clear this guy out. Route is going to be AMC. Oh. So you guys can see it. It's a longer flight back up to where we started. Well, actually, yeah, let me just back to here. So start flight. Got it loaded. Let's get our GPS honking. Okay, cool. This is going to be our last one. We've already been streaming for over 3 hours, so this will be my last one. So we're going to go to A. X. M. EB. Here we go. Yep. And then we're going to go to K. M. C. Orlando International Airport. And that is our flight plan. Cool. And then from Orlando, we can figure things out from there next time. And I'm just surprised that this plane is still rentable, but fine with me. Maybe you get one more shot at it. We'll see. Anyway, so that's going to be that. GPS is good. Mr. Alarm's off. And we are good to go. All right, cool. First thing I'm going to do, though, let's fix my chair because oops. All right, cool. Good to go? Good to go. All right, here we go. Getting kind of dark. Well, I tell you what, why don't we make this like a kind of a, what time is it now? It's 2, let's make this like an evening kind of flight. So, configuration. Start at like 6 o'clock. And then by the time we get up there, we'll be landing with lights, which is kind of cool to end it. So. All right, cool. Let's do that. So here we go. All right, getting used to the King Air. Ooh, looks so nice at dusk. All right, so flight plan is good. We have our FSEconomy on, right? Just double check that. Pretty sure, but MCO, beautiful. Flight plan's locked in. Beautiful. And we are good to go. Gas is good. Altimeter is good, and here we go. Engines up. Release the brakes. And sit on it and rotate. Sorry. Oh shit, gotta put my map on. Oops, that's not good. Gear up. Because we are heading north. And we'll keep it about 2,500. Landing lights on?
Landing lights already on.
Okay. Been a long day of flying, seems like. All right, we're at 1600. All right, we're gonna be good there. I just set those two buttons, nav hold and autopilot hold, or altitude hold, and once I get where I want to go, I say autopilot on.
Autopilot on.
All right, so it's going to hold me at 1954, so I'm going to drop down a little bit. Look at the steep drop it takes to go to altitude. That's not cool. Passengers are like pissed right now, probably throwing up. Look at it, it's like a it's not a very, I wonder if there's a yaw dampering that'll, well, that's yaw, so it's going this way, but it just seems like it's a pretty choppy change over there. All right, cool, but we're good to go here. I'm going to feather back the prop a little bit. Oh, let me change my route so you guys can see here. This is KM KOPF KMCO KMCO. Cool. All right, now, so we got our flight going. Let's just say we can still fly this bad boy, even though it has over 100 hours. Let's see here. So if we're going to be at MCO, our flight now, right, current flight, we should make about 5,800, something like that. Close to 6,000 on that. So if we go to MCO, plenty of options. Let's look at nautical miles here. Keep it to. Anything good here? So this is. That's not bad. 2,300. Two for. These aren't bad. So there's 4, 6, 9 passengers. You're gonna make 6, 7, 8, 9 grand. 124 nautical miles. It's heading north though, so not sure if I want to do that. What is this guy? 17 FA. 104 miles. Oh, that could be a nice one. It's coming out of there. Back to KMS base. Or yeah, pretty much I got to go back to Orlando. But I can get a pretty good trip back. Okay. Let me look at the airports. What is this guy? 17 FA. 7 FA. What? No. Cotton strip. Let's see if that has a different nomenclature. Cotton strip. Oops. Sorry about the caps there, but I just have them on. Cotton Strip Airport in Florida. It's 17 FA, so I can't get an airport on it. It's not in Flight Plan Go. It's weird. See cotton. Nope. Well, that sucks. Okay, so that's probably it. I like to have it be able to know where the hell it is. So that one's out, even though that would have been a good trip. Let's see what else is south here. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna pick one. Let's see. What's this guy? KPGD. Head back to there. That's a thought. Maybe that's one. KPGD. KMK. KMKY. Back to Orlando. Okay, so there's a couple of options to get back to Orlando. But I think this is going to be the last one. Get a little tired of flying, so. Making some good coin. Table. Let's see what kind of Cessnas are for sale. A lot of Skyhawks in the game. 31 for sale. Look at that. Holy shit. Sort by price. Some guy wants $89 million for a Cessna. Yeah. So what's the best deal here? This is 42 hours for 174. It's really a good deal. This one is in Charlotte, I think, right? Yeah, that's 185 for 36 hours. That's probably the one I'd go after right there. I was gonna buy one. Let's see how many Cessnas are in Charlotte. Charlotte. Not many. There's also not many jobs, so you have to. I would move that plane to a place where where it's going to get used. You know? Alrighty. Air Force Proud 95 has another video. If you guys haven't watched his videos on YouTube, it's pretty funny, man. He trolls FSX multiplayer, and he's really funny, man. He's hilarious. He's definitely got he must be a pilot because he definitely knows the lingo big time. His calls are right on, and he's so quick with it that he does it in a joking manner, which is really funny. But yeah, check him out. Air Force Proud 95, really funny guy. Have to check that out. All right, so this is probably going to be one of my longest streams ever. So the thing to remember, this is an hour and 28 minutes. I'm using 2 times speed. So the question is, how does it register in FSEconomy when you speed it up? So it's basically supposed to be an hour and a half flight. So we'll see. Going over Lake Okeechobee. Man, I'm getting my use out of this plane. I'll tell you that. Show you guys. But look who's used this plane. 1, 2, 3. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flights today. On my 7th flight today with this plane. So here's the one where I went from KMOC to OC. It was only 53 minutes. So that tells me that when you speed things up in X-Plane, it uses less time in FSEconomy. Interesting. So this will be my 7th flight today. I started at 10 o'clock this morning. I've been flying this plane since 10 o'clock this morning. All right, Okeechobee, halfway crossed. Okie dokie. See what this looks like in VR. I got the headset tilted up. Oof. Everything's nice and lit up in here. Beacon strobe, tail flood. Where's the lights for the console? Can I control those? No. Maybe that's it. That's heading, OBS. Nav. Well, this is the. Okay, here you go. That makes things a little brighter. I think that's about as best as it gets. That's all right. It'll be a fun evening landing. After a long day of flying. Flying into Orlando International Airport. All right, here we go. You can see the airport easily from here at nighttime. Makes it much easier to see it. Still got to line up to the runway correctly, but shouldn't be too much of an issue. We're at 1,900 feet. Let's get our prop in. We got 15 miles. Bring the throttle back a little bit. Start to slow the plane down. Let's take a look out front here where we are. Okay, we got plenty of choices here. Probably stay to the left here. We're heading right to the middle of the airport where the tower is. So probably get that guy right there. All right, let's get flaps and gear down. Flaps to 1. Plane slows down a little bit, and we're going to take it off auto. $1,900. Super slow descent into Orlando International Airport, 130 knots right now. About 200 feet, 400 feet per minute. We got 9 miles? Okay, we got a ways to go here, so I don't want to go down too much. All right, 7 miles. Gear in, sorry, prop in, mixture in, gear is down, flaps to full, and we are 6 miles, 3 minutes out. We're at 115 in airspeed. We are coming down 500 feet per minute, so just about where we want to be. Thousand feet. Four miles. $800. Three miles. 700. Airspeed 110. $500 feet. Two miles. Well, it sure seems a lot closer than that. Outer. Right, that's not the outer, that's the marker. Love landing on these runways fully lit like this. It's awesome. I have to look at this one again. All right, let's make it a good one. Picking up the runway with the landing lights, and flare it out, throttle down. I would say that's a pretty damn good landing. All right. So let it roll out and turn the engines off. And let's hit, oh, there's the birds. Let's check out the birds. All right, let's hit the brakes. Beautiful. And that's that. Set parking brake.
Brakes set.
Butter landing. Let's say that landing. Well, this is going to be a long-ass flight. Okie dokie. Let's see how we did here. Flight finished. Let's go over to Chrome. And this is going to be gone. So let's take a look at our log. 5,400. Nice. And duration 53 minutes. Yes, see, so it was an hour, half hour less because we had it on, had it sped up. So let's look at the aircraft. See if it's still rentable. It is. It's got 101 hours on it. So I may be able to fly this later on. But we got $111,000, which is great. Starting to get up there in cash, and pretty cool, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you guys watching the stream. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to load this. Well, let's just see if I can load this landing up here. Give me 1 second. This landing was awesome. I thought it was pretty damn good. Let's see if I can load this up, and it's going to take a little bit of time. I got a weird error here. What is this? Check this out. I tried to load this up. It says trying to scan beyond end of file output replay. Blah, blah, blah. Please report. Maybe because it's such a huge file, it won't load it up. I don't know. Oh well. Unfortunately, I can't show you the landing. But I thought it was pretty damn good. You can if you're watching the replay, you can just rewind it and watch. Thanks for watching the stream, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll be back soon. Have a great day, man. Stay fly.